Do you understand artificial intelligence, or are you just very conversant with using chatbots, conversant with prompt engineering? Because most of the content online is geared towards latest AI tools, AI products, what's happening in the industry, how your job is about to be taken by AI, and sometimes almost fear mongering. And some other times, what you find on the internet is very technical, talking about gradient descent, GPU clusters, Python, and etc. Right? But there's a midpoint, a conceptual gap that is very, very crucial if you want to win with artificial intelligence moving into the future, especially in your domain or your field or as an entrepreneur. And it's augmented intelligence. It is being able to understand how artificial intelligence works beyond the surface to under the hood so that you can understand your specific value proposition, what you have that artificial intelligence does not have yet in that field, and you can not just use AI but leverage AI. So artificial intelligence is no longer a tool for you, it's now a partner, right? And you are the sweet spot where you don't trust artificial intelligence blindly, and at the same time too, you are not like not interested in using AI. It's like that sweet spot where you know just the right artificial intelligence to use. It is what is going to just put you on a different pedestal when it comes to the future of work and what we're going to be seeing as we advance. But you see, what I want to do in the next couple of episodes is to show you and teach you about how artificial intelligence sees computer vision, how artificial intelligence hears, how artificial intelligence learns, and etc. So that you have that level of comprehension that really just propels you beyond the average. So today, let's look at how artificial intelligence sees. Artificial intelligence sees basically like you see, like your brain operates. Most artificial intelligence computer vision models see through convolutional neural networks, which is really a hierarchy of neural networks that apply mathematical filters across an image until there is sufficient pattern recognition. So it applies it again and again. It forms a future map, and till a curve, an edge, and then till the full image is comprehended, or every pixel on the image. And it does this, it's able to do this because it has been trained on millions of images by data scientists or AI engineers. And it does like a sort of statistical probability guess, right? Very accurate guess, and it gives you the confidence level of that guess. So that's just basically how computer vision sees, right? That's how AI sees. And the use cases are incredible. An example is qure.ai, a platform that has been in existence since 2016, has helped more than 40 million people across the world, operates in 105 countries. And basically, they help to interpret x rays way, way faster than a radiologist or a medical doctor would. And the importance of that in AI diagnosis is not necessarily replacing the doctor. It's more where there isn't a radiologist available, right? Because that model cannot be as good as a human radiologist, at least for now, because there are many other factors to being able to accurately interpret what is being seen that sometimes even rest more on the discretion or the empathy of the medical practitioner. So an average medical practitioner has seen maybe 10,000 x-ray images in their career, whereas that cure.ai or any computer vision model for AI diagnosis, maybe from Google DeepMind, has seen 2 million, 3 million, and etc. So the augmented intelligence here is that the medical practitioner brings their specific value proposition, and then they leverage that with an AI computer vision model that does not have bias, at least has better pattern recognition. It becomes super. So if you're a medical professional or you're a medical practitioner, you want to find out what is the application of artificial intelligence that sees in my domain. So you see, you are going beyond using chatbots now. You are looking at AI diagnosis, even if you do not have the infrastructure in your hospital or your organization presently, even if you are now studying medicine in school or you're studying microbiology. As a medical or a health practitioner, what use cases for computer vision is being deployed in your domain now. If you understand that, let me tell you what's going to help you do. You would understand the limitations, because sometimes computer vision models have bias. If you have a computer vision model that is trained on images, light-skinned people, it can fail when it deals with recognizing the patterns with black-skinned people. Or if you have a model for agriculture that is trained in a different climate, it might fail when it comes to another climate. So you see, these are things you want to find out. You want to know what tools are being used, especially open source tools. You also want to know where you come in, how to guide, how to critique, and etc. So this is very, very important. I'm telling you, if you want to win with artificial intelligence moving forward and you do this, you will be astonished at how highly placed you would be. Plant Village is an offline smartphone app that can work on 2018, 2016 Android devices. Is free, can be used by farmers to detect plant diseases on, I think, 50 to 100 plant crops presently, trained over 80,000 images, and helps farmers to recognize diseases earlier than the human eye might see. A case study in Tanzania amongst farmers found out that they had 40% increase in their agricultural output because they were able to discover some plant diseases earlier on than the human eye would see. And you see, so you take a picture of the leaf and it gives you analysis what would have needed a plant pathologist on site, right? Now, it doesn't replace a plant pathologist, but it does augment it, because you see, the aim is to use such tools in areas where they are remote, and you can't have all the expertise. And the list goes on and on. It goes on and on. For the sake of time, I can't go through several case studies, but that's where you come in. I want you to research. I want you to better understand convolutional neural networks. I want you to find out the AI tool, especially the computer vision tool that is being used in your domain presently in education for teachers, lecturers, for students. Affectiva is MIT lab computer vision tool that was used to classify the facial expressions of students during an hour-long lecture. And you would agree with me, if you're a teacher or a lecturer, that sometimes it's basically impossible to know where students are cognitively. Even when you ask them if they understand, sometimes they say they do, but they don't. But this computer vision model was able to classify when they looked bored, when they looked happy, when they looked excited. An average teacher cannot look at 50 to 100 students at once, but the computer vision model was able to do that. And later, the teacher was able to see points in their lecture where it was really down in terms of comprehension, or in terms of boredomness, or in terms of engagement, and then just adjust their curriculum. And the list is endless. Lawyers, accountants, the list is really, really endless. So if you're in agriculture, find out the free computer vision tools you can use for precision agriculture. If you're in education, you're a teacher, you're a lecturer, do not, just be adverse to artificial intelligence as per, you want originality. Things are changing very fast, and soon enough, artificial intelligence is going to be in major parts of learning, right? It might not be used properly now. There might be a high level of plagiarism amongst your students, but you want to start researching and finding out how you can use it beyond Turnitin, right? Beyond just a plagiarism checker and etc. This is what is going to really put you on a different pedestal. When people talk about AI taking jobs, you're not going to be afraid, you're not going to be moved, because you're developing a skill set that is beyond prompt engineering. You're developing a skill set that is beyond maximizing or learning how to use a new artificial intelligence product. I do not want you to be at the mercy of new artificial intelligence products, because there's a difference. There are open source models that are artificial intelligence products, but they are not more profit based, right? They are not more greed based, right? So, and then there are AI tools that are just profit based, greed based. They are surface level. They want to help you to automate things and do things at the elimination of your value. Yes, that's the truth, right? They just want to, like, they are geared towards enterprise. They want to serve. They don't mind and I'm sorry to say this is, but they don't mind a company sacking everybody and just using all of their APIs to automate everything. But what I'm sharing with you is what is going to be able to preserve your skill set. Even if you work in the blue collar economy, that applies to you soon enough. It might not be there yet, but soon enough, you would see that artificial intelligence is being deployed to every single area, even areas that we felt like, oh, no, AI is not going to come here anytime soon. So this is why you have to be studying beyond what tool is given to you. Very, very important. You do these things, you would thank yourself, right? And these things I'm saying, they apply to you, whether you're above 50, you're above 60. Do not say that you're too old to understand these things or learn these things, because it's where the world is now going to now. Now, so I'll put a link below where you can look at some computer vision models that are being used in your domain. Then I want you to write down your workflow, your daily workflow. That's if you have a job. And even if you're a student also, I want you to write down your perceived workflow in the field you'd like to work in. And I want you to understand how agentic AI plays a role, how such workflows are being automated, because we are seeing a shift from role-based working to workflow-based working, right? Where JDs are now becoming, job descriptions are now becoming very, very flexible, because when you have agentic AI, you can automate several things. Now, what I want you to do is not just to attempt to automate your work, but I want you to see gaps in what you can provide, how you can guide, critique what agentic AI cannot automate fully, right? It's going to help you to develop those areas so that you stand out. So when you go for a job interview, when you work, they will just find out that no matter what AI, that's enterprise AI, is being deployed in your organization, you are 1,000 steps ahead. Thank you.